highlight both of them? Hey.
There's that.
Oh, there we go.
Both on. All right.
Well, let's keep rolling here. We can edit it.
Yeah. All right. Episode 1 of the Jam Dads podcast. I am Dave.
And I am Will.
We're broadcasting from deep in the heart of the Midwest in a shop. Will's shop.
Yeah.
It's dark out. It's late at night. We both have cigars and drinks. What are you drinking, Will?
I have a mule right now, and we'll probably take a break, and I'll make something a little bit more festive for the evening.
That's a Moscow Mule, right?
Yeah, well, I made it in Wisconsin, but sure.
Sure, yeah. I'm drinking a Boulevardier, equal parts Campari, which is an Italian digestive liqueur, bourbon, Maker's Mark in my case, and then sweet vermouth. It's the sort of the bourbon cousin to the Negroni.
The Negroni.
Delicious, with an orange slice.
Yeah, I didn't have any gin on hand. Not normally a gin guy here.
I thought about bringing some, maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
You wouldn't even like that better because you don't like the Campari.
Well, I would try it. I think it would pair more with gin than bourbon.
It's lighter.
Yeah.
And on an evening like
nice.
tonight, it's hot. It's, gin might be a little more palatable.
That's why I like the mules. I normally drink them throughout the summer, and then I'll switch to old fashions or whatever for winter Manhattans.
Right. Warm weather drinks.
Warm weather. Yeah, warm weather drinks.
We both have cigars. What's your cigar that you're smoking?
I am smoking an Aging Room. What was it here? They're Quattro. It's the orange label with Nicaraguan. So
it's biting.
look at that. Yeah, I like Nicaraguan cigars.
Yeah. They definitely, you can feel them in the back of your throat, which is nice.
Love them. So I started with Sonatas, which is the yellow label, which is a newer version of I think the orange label. And they must load up they got kind of like a torpedo end on them. They must load it up with some honey because I really was enjoying the sweetness that was coming out of those. And I ended up buying a different shape of those, and it did not have the same sweetness to it, and that kind of sucked because I kind of liked that for whatever reason.
Wrapper filler, right?
Yeah, it was the same cigar. It was just different shape. So I have no clue why. It just was a little bit sweeter.
I've got the, what do we call them? Little curly head deluxe Fuente Maduro, which is the sweepings of the shop floor probably wrapped up into a Maduro wrapper, and it tastes just fine. It has that Fuente profile that I like, and it is we were just talking about weeknight cigars, because it becomes a kind of pricey habit if you're doing this every night of the week, which is what it's turning out to be. So these I got for $5.99 down at the local shop, local humidor.
Yeah, and I've been weeknights. I normally stick to. I like the nasty fritas and the papa fritas from. I don't even remember their Ligua. Oh, this is bad. I just said it. I'm just mind blanking on this right now. But Liga Privada. The nasty fritas, it's kind of like a trumpet shape. And they are basically the small leaves or the cutoffs from the number 9, Liga Privada number 9. And then the Papa Fritas that I have on hand are the cutoffs or smaller leaves of the H99 that they have, which are both fantastic cigars by themselves. But they're $20 a piece, and these are $7, $8 a piece. So,
yeah. I remember I had a, those 5-packs of cigars you can get, like they're in the little sort of plastic, like humidified plastic bag.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I had a punch version of that.
Ooh,
Punch collection, and I'm not even a punch fan. There's something about they leave a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty consistent through their line. I've tried a lot of them, but they had that little trumpet shape, and I forget the real name for that. But
yeah, I don't remember either.
Like these things that I've got. That's a Lonsdale.
Lonsdale.
Yeah. And you can have Robusto and
Yeah, I don't even remember
like
what,
that.
these are like mini Coronas. I don't even know. The Papa Fritas, they, never mind. What am I thinking of? Oh, it's the Nasty. The Nasty's the trumpet end of them is wrapped in the wrapper, which is kind of neat.
yeah. Oh, what do they call that? That's a classy.
You know.
Oh, there was a great. My favorite cigar, and I haven't been able to find it lately. Again, in the kind of mid-range price, like under $10, like maybe it was $9.50 or something like that. What was it called? It had a blue label, and it had that little tie on the end of the end of the cigar.
Yeah, I would know.
Ramon, whatever. It was something. I can't find him anymore. I guess it's the point, so it doesn't really matter.
I think Liga Privada makes the acids as well.
I don't know that I've ever had an acid. I'm
Oh.
off put by their marketing. I don't want
Yeah.
to see the guy on the crotch rocket on the, with the
I
neon
don't.
colors behind him.
I haven't had the acids. Well, what's the other one? There's like another one that's kind of punches are kind of like. I thought there was like another kind of like hip kind of looking cigar.
Yeah, it looks like a Red Bull X Games type of
Yeah.
cigar brand.
Yeah, they're like when you first start smoking a cigar and you walk into the shop and you're like, that looks cool, let's buy
Yeah.
that. And you
Yeah.
know, that's what acids are.
When you're 19, you have to be 21 now.
Really?
Smoked, buy tobacco in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Where have I been?
Well, we've been
It was
20
funny
years
because
removed from that almost. So who cares?
I was looking at I was looking for cigar ashtrays, and it asked me if I was 21 on the website, and I thought that was kind of funny. So now I know.
Yeah. Yeah, that changed a couple years ago now.
Is that for nicotine products in general or just tobacco?
I think it's tobacco. I don't know if that carries over to like the Zins and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was
pouches,
curious about.
because I don't do that. Although I did have one and I kind of enjoyed it because, I was able to keep my cognitive abilities sharp with the nicotine and not stink up the place. And
Yeah, I mean that.
sort
Well,
of discreet.
so my background with tobacco is I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger, and then I was disgusted by the smell of cigarettes or smelling like it constantly.
Right. It's in your clothes. You can't-
So I switched to chew, which is probably one of the worst things you could do. And then I quit for a very, very long time, and I didn't really avoid cigars, but I didn't make it a habit. And now, 10, 15 years has gone by since I quit, and I am going to start enjoying cigars more, because why not?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I don't know that, at least between chew or dip and cigarettes, is one actually more dangerous than the other, or does the risk profile just change? Like, you're screwing up your lungs with the cigarettes, but then you're, like, eating away at your gums and stuff with, exposing yourself to all the mouth cancer.
Well, yeah, you have, with both of them, you have, even with obviously with cigars, but you have the risk of stomach cancer, mouth cancer, lung
Yeah, right, 'cause
cancer.
you're swallowing the...
Yeah, even
trace
a little
amounts.
bit trace amount. Same thing with cigarettes. You digest actually probably smoke a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, they all have their bad risks.
We were in Nashville last spring.
Oh, you can smoke inside there, can't you?
No.
Oh, maybe.
No, at least not.
We were there a
downtown.
few years ago. I didn't smoke then though. I don't
We were up
remember.
and down Broadway, and none of those were smoking establishments. But I did get all loaded and bought a pack of Lucky Strikes.
Nice.
And stumbled through town sucking on those. At the time, they were really tasty.
Yeah. What does your wife think of?
Well, she was loaded too. So
Was she smoking the Lucky Strikes with you?
no. I've never known her to. I've never seen her with a cigarette or.
Not even once, eh? So the other night I was sitting outside with my wife having a cocktail after we put the baby to bed. I have a 2-year-old. And she's like, let me puff on that. And my wife's just kind of straight as an arrow kind of a person, like didn't drink till she was 21, Just her father was a police officer, and she like didn't rebel at all. She was just a good kid.
Is he retired now?
He is retired now.
That'd be a fun conversation to have. I bet he's got stories.
Yeah, you know what? He does have a lot of stories. He's a good sharer too. So that would be that might happen one day on here. But anyway, so she was sitting there and she put it in her mouth and she went. I can't even explain it, but it was like
kissing it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a fish, bubbling, breathing in underwater. And she's like, "Did I do it?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, she didn't cough, so she didn't do it right, I'm assuming."
Yeah, right.
So, not that you cough when you smoke, but your first time you do something wrong most of the time.
Yeah. Man, having a cop on the show. That would be, all right, that's a segment. If that goes well, like ask a cop. And then we'll solicit emails from people. Like say, how come every cop I encounter says like, "Oh, what's that I smell on your breath?" That's just like,
they're just toying around at that point. Well, my aunt is also a retired police officer. She was also a detective for the last few years, arson, and she did pedophile cases for the FBI, like local contact for them. So
that's got to be one of those like
messed up
haunts her
jobs.
sleep, huh?
My aunt, my aunt was a cop. Her husband was a cop. He was my step uncle, or however you want to call it. She remarried. Their father was a cop. Our Christmas gatherings, my mom is a retired ER nurse and firefighter EMT. My father was a firefighter EMT. So our family get-togethers sometimes involved like crime scene photos, which is pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
You get to keep those? That's not in an evidence locker somewhere?
I don't know how that all works. But
it's just illegal.
I think my aunt was, I think once cases are closed, they can share it to a point. I'm not 100% certain. As long, and maybe is obviously like not necessarily HIPAA violation, but there's no specific, personal information given out, I would say.
Okay.
It was just pictures, crime scene photos.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, no,
Well,
yeah,
that's
it was
good
weird.
material there.
Yeah, I don't want to get too in depth on our first podcast because it gets kind of gruesome. And we're not going to be one of those like crime scene podcasts.
Those are the ones that make money. Everybody wants a true crime thing, and everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Carl is obsessed with that stuff. And,
my wife is too.
yeah, I think it's a woman thing. I don't know.
All right.
There might be a little.
I get scared going to sleep at night. Yeah. What about you?
Well, I'll hear things. I'll hear, like the screen door kind of banging in the wind, or I'll hear like the dog will get up and start barking because the neighbors are getting home late, and it creeps you out a little bit in the wee hours.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I have a samurai sword, a katana, that I don't know how to use, but I imagine if I were to walk out with it, that would be enough of a intimidating shock to any intruder that they may.
I mean, like,
turn tail.
Probably 99, maybe 98% of the people that you run into out there do not know how to defend themselves against a katana. So, I'm just saying, I mean, if you start swinging.
It hardly ever comes up, and it's kind of dull, too.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you hack and slash hammer anybody, I think you'd be okay as long as you aren't fighting your father.
I don't know that anybody knows how to defend themselves at all. Like, you usually practice jujitsu, but.
Yeah, but. Yeah, I mean, a sword is either you're
getting cut.
Yeah, either you do. I mean, even in a knife fight, like you're basically told, like if you are engaging somebody with a knife, plan on getting cut.
Yeah.
But here's what to do. I mean, you want to get inside of them.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time, actually.
Which sounds awful. When we really think about what we're trying to do there, like you're
actually what you first do with like
tendons and stuff.
Yeah, what you first do with you actually engage the hand that has the knife, and you basically just pin that away from you, like until you can break it free.
Right. But they're pulling. I mean,
Yeah, they're doing all sorts of things. You're literally
through your hand.
Yeah, well,
your hand is done.
You try grabbing their wrist. Try getting inside of it. You just, I mean, that's like worst case scenario. You isolate that knife. They could be punching you in the back of the head, but they aren't stabbing you in your body, like.
Yeah.
And hopefully if they knock you out, they don't, continue on you for any
Like
reason.
my hand, cooking dinner or something, and it's my night's over. I would do really poorly in a fight. But it is fun watching people. There's videos all over the place online watching the vast majority of people who can't fight try to fight, and two people who can't fight is hilarious to watch.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, you remember back in what would have been
alcohol's usually a factor.
the early 2000s, the bum fight videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, now I mean, social media is so big now that you just scroll through Twitter X or even Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are, and you'll end up seeing some kind of street fight video.
Yeah. It's a street fight video, or it's an Indian dude leaning out of a train door, and then a sign comes by and whacks him in the head, or somebody getting electrocuted.
It's like it's like scrolling through your Instagram feed is now like every 10th video is faces of death.
Yeah.
And it's an advertisement that you can't get rid of.
They're selling sunglasses.
Yeah. He would have seen that coming if the sun wasn't in his eyes. Welcome to Sunglasses
swinging
Hut.
their aluminum ladder around near the high power lines.
So let's take a gander at our itinerary.
Oh, we had kind of an outline, I guess, right? We've just been winging it for 15 minutes,
Is that then?
which is all right. It was a while ago that I sent that.
No, I was just there. Here it is. Oh, we already had drinks and cigars.
Yeah.
Opening jam.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so our plan is to, we're gonna come up with some intro and outro music for you guys, and come up with some kind of topic to talk about in playing guitar and or bass.
Yeah. So we're both musicians, or at least were at one point in our lives, and we have guitars here and a really cool Marshall that Will is building.
Yeah, I hand wired a JTM 45 clone amp, and I need to make the wooden box for it still, or whatever you want to call it.
Cabinet.
The cabinet, yeah. And I just haven't gotten to it because I've moved twice and then had a kid. So yeah, it's actually been the amp has been completed for like 4 years, and
Okay.
unfortunately, it's just it's sitting there on top of a speaker cabinet.
You know, it would be cool, and this is maybe more work than you want to get into, but since you're going to build a cabinet for it, why not make it like a walnut thing and finish it, and then
Oh yeah, I
dovetail the
could.
corners and-
I could do that. I have a dovetail thing. I wouldn't hand cut them. I'm not that good at woodworking. But yeah, that would be nice. And do like the tweed cover on the front would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I could make a cabinet, a speaker cabinet to match, which would be pretty cool. And since we're playing in my shop, I brought down a $100 Washburn guitar that my father-in-law, the cop from earlier, gave to me because he doesn't know how to play whatsoever. He picked it up in a rummage sale for nothing.
Cool.
I also have the trash acoustic over there.
It's in a garbage can right now,
Yeah.
next to an empty bottle.
It's a first act, so that's like your $60 first guitar. It actually, and I'd be excited. I have not played a whole lot of guitar in the last probably 20 years. I picked it up a few years ago when I hand built that amp more as a project than to become excellent at playing guitar. And my wife had the first act, and she got that from her sister-in-law. But I played it a little bit, and it's not that bad of, like, if it was a first guitar for somebody, it's fantastic, I think. But it'd be interesting to hear you play it, because it does have its faults.
Well, yeah, no doubt.
It's not a Yamaha or a Martin.
Yeah, and I'm almost embarrassed. I didn't bring a cool amp or anything. I've got a little Roland. I'm selling my Marshall currently, hand-wired, 18-watt. I still have a Mesa Boogie at home. I brought my guitar, which I love. It's my favorite instrument in the world. It's my black Strat that I have, some custom humbuckers in and all kinds of crazy wiring, the Tom Anderson wiring. I had the neck made in Washington State by a company. It's tremendous.
That's awesome. We're planning on getting some social media here. We can post pictures at some point in time, maybe, of this stuff, just so you have a clue what we're talking about. What's special about the neck? It looks like it's two pieces there, or is it just sanded? You have the sanded neck.
Yeah, I took the finish off almost immediately. So, it's kind of a flame maple, and I'll get it.
Yeah.
So it's sort of
I never wanted
filthy,
I never wanted a Strat, just because everybody had a Strat.
Yeah.
I was like one of those people, and I grew up playing bass for the most part, mainly because I wasn't very good at guitar. I had a guitar first, and I wasn't very good at it, so I got a bass. I think most people do that, if they still like playing instruments. And when it came to like getting a guitar, I'm like, everybody has a Strat.
Yeah,
But everybody has a Strat because Strats are awesome.
pretty much. And I mean, the value to me is that they're very modular. Like this started
Yeah.
life as a Fender. It's a Fender body. There's nothing else Fender on it anymore.
Yeah.
So I did all the wiring. It's got this neck on it, so it's like a flame maple with a ebony fretboard and a wider nut because I have bigger hands. And it basically plays like a shredder neck.
Yeah, and I see it's got the tensioning rod's got the little adjustment off the side there.
Yeah, the truss rod.
the truss
so
rod.
the company is Warmoth, who is fantastic, and I've had a number of their products. And they do this truss rod adjustment where the screw kind of pokes out of the heel toward the treble side of the neck, which makes it really easy to adjust. How much easier than just having a wheel at the kind of where they put them now at the base of the heel.
Yeah, they put them at or you can access with an Allen from there too.
Yeah.
Some of them I think you have to pull off the top pickup to get at though.
Yeah, one of my other
those you
guitars
do.
is like that. You have to
Yeah.
access it. I have to take the neck off.
Which I love. I mean, I'm like the cleaner the better type of thing. You
Yeah.
know, like if you can't see the cover, you can't see the truss rod, you can't see the nut or the whatever. If you can't see any of it, it's clean.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah,
And that guitar is clean. And it's all black.
it sounds
Everybody-
better when it's black. And all right, here's a tip that I learned from Tom Anderson, the guitar builder.
Oh,
I have two strap buttons on the bottom,
yeah.
so I can lean it up against anything. It kind of acts as its own stand, basically.
I noticed that when it was over there. I was like, oh, this seems pretty firm.
Yeah. So all my guitars have the two strap buttons on the bottom.
Is there any reason to use that bottom strap button other than
You could. I mean, it is functional.
Yeah,
But,
I guess it would be.
and any difference in height that you feel it's marginal, adjust the strap.
All
It's
that
fine.
weight that's added onto there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's awesome. What kind of humbuckers do you have in there now then?
All right. So they're basically Seymour Duncan Seth Lovers, which is a PAF vintage style Gibson pickup.
Sure.
Seth Lover was one of the designers of those pickups back
Okay.
in the 50s. And so Seymour Duncan, I think, collaborated with him to create these things. The problem was, and it's not, after doing a little bit of research, it's not really a problem, but the spacing between Gibson guitars, which these are designed for, and Fender guitars is slightly different. Fenders
Yeah.
are a little bit wider. And so I had the custom shop make me a wider Fender-spaced version of that Seth Lover pickup, and that's
Oh,
in the
cool.
bridge.
Yeah.
And so, allegedly, I could go to Seymour Duncan now, the custom shop, and order the Dave Doherty model pickup, and they would have it on file. I'm losing my voice.
A lot
We
of
need a
people would
cough
be in
button.
a lot of people would be in line for that, Dave.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that just goes to show I spend a lot more money than I probably otherwise would have.
Well, that's
to get
awesome.
That little little naming right.
Yeah, and I mean, most people that know guitars know that it's the string spacing
Right.
that is the width of the pickup, just for people that don't know.
Yeah. But, yeah, so thus far, I think I finished it in like 2010 or something like that, and it's one of the only guitars, with the exception of the pots. I did swap those out for the good sealed Burns pots, because you never have to clean them. But other than that, everything has pretty much stayed the way that I configured it originally, which is, all my other guitars are maybe on their 5th or 6th iteration.
And I play on and off every now and then, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I teach for a living. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah. Dave teaches guitar. You also compose music too, which is
that's
well, you have
pretty
composed.
loose definition of composing.
Yeah, well, you
I improvise. I can compose in real time.
you gather. Well,
Sometimes.
you made those Disney guitar books though.
Yeah, but that's not composition. That's arranging.
Arranging. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, you see, it's different. So, that was work back when Hal Leonard, before publishing really took a dive. Nobody buys books in a store anymore. Got mosquitoes here.
I did.
Yeah, in the good old days of publishing, I'm thinking back like 2016, 17, really through to 2020. I would get these projects as a freelance transcriber, arranger, and put together a lot of the, specifically the easy guitar books, that series, where, I'd basically take, a relatively complex tune, which is, the bulk of these, let's say, Disney soundtrack type things, doing it for different movies like Encanto or what's the other one, Coco, or
Was Encanto out? When did Encanto come out?
that came out in 2000 or 21, I think.
Oh, yeah, I
Somewhere
suppose,
around there.
So you would have composed it beforehand. Did you get to see any of the movie beforehand?
No, but I
No.
got advanced copies of soundtracks a lot of times.
Oh, well, that's fun.
So, yeah, so by the time, my daughter at the time would have been like 4 or 5, and by the time the movie came out, she knew all the music because I had been listening to it, in the house during the day. I would do all this stuff in the morning, and she'd be home.
Yeah.
And so she knew all the music before the movie ever came out, which was kind of nice. So, but that's pretty much gone to hell. I was talking to another guy who did the same kind of work, and yeah, Hal Leonard is basically they're doing everything in-house. They're not hiring freelancers anymore,
Sure.
and it's down. Like sales are down. So,
Well,
because part of the model was like you get your mom and pop store to put in an order of a couple hundred books at a time, and then people would go to the music store and buy the books.
yeah, I mean,
Whereas-
I bought plenty when let's say I took guitar lessons when I was, young, and I had books. I can't remember what all the books were. They were more, I was in my teens or probably early teens, so, I mean, you're probably looking at like Metallica books or something, like
Sure.
AC/DC or something like that, but I did have a few Hal Leonard books, maybe like a Christmas
Yeah,
version or something like that back at the
Yeah.
time.
there still are the sellers. I mean, Hal Leonard Guitar Method series. So Hal Leonard Book 1, Book 2, Book 3. Those still move because guitar teachers still,
They pitch them.
prescribe those.
They're like textbooks.
Yeah,
They force you to buy $300 books.
but some of the more esoteric stuff. I mean, who's buying a Pat Metheny transcription book? So not anybody.
No.
Very few people would have bought something like that to begin with. But in the scheme of guitarists, but now even less so. Because, what do you want to do if you learn a song? What do? I listen to the tune and I can figure it out most of the time. But people go to YouTube.
YouTube.
There's a lesson on it for
YouTube's
free.
great. Yeah, I mean, somebody's teaching you, very well broken down videos. I've watched a few of them recently. I still Google tabs.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember I think it's Guitar World or Guitar Tabs or something like that. They have a premium version, which are like probably more accurate than the other ones
Yeah.
that you can pay for.
Right. They're probably
There's-
like professionally transcribed or something.
Yeah.
There's outlets like Sheet Music Plus and stuff like that, which Hal Leonard might own. Come to think of it, I think they own Sheet Music Plus.
Because I've ran through plenty of tabs that are completely wrong, too.
Of
Or they're
course.
in a different key.
Of course. Yeah.
It kind of sucks, but
The value to some of that is, in a pinch, a lot of that stuff can get you in the ballpark.
it can.
So you're at least not coming in blind. Like if you really can't nail something down yourself, then somebody can kind of give you some hints and kind of point you in the right direction via tab. And, that's fine. It's
And
a tool that I'll use occasionally. But
Yeah, and even then, so if like you cross-reference tabs then, and you see one's here and one's there, one says use capo, one says doesn't, you end up actually learning a different key then, or a different way of playing the same thing, which in theory, it makes you learn more about the guitar or where the notes are. So it can be good.
somewhat. It's
somewhat.
limited utility for learning the notes on the guitar because it really is just showing you physically where you put your fingers. It may be useful in that case to realize that there are multiple ways to play a single note, and you'll recognize, oh, that pitch is the same as this one over here.
Yeah, exactly.
But it can become something of a crutch. I enjoy reading standard notation. I was on a kick for a while where I would read a piece of Bach every other day or something.
Well, I would say, if you're in your teens and for one, you're either playing for a band or you're playing for your high school band or you want to make it somewhere one day, learn music. Because everything about music, I mean, you went to school for music theory for the most part.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna become a huge band, you need to know what you're doing, I would say, to a point. Unless you play punk music.
Yeah, depending on the genre, I would say. It's kind of genre dependent. If you're going to be a jazz guitarist or a classical guitarist, you absolutely need to know that stuff.
Yeah.
And, there's always the argument that, well, like as far as jazz goes, Wes Montgomery never read music, and maybe he did or didn't, What's that?
Do we want to pause?
Oh, yeah, we can pause. You want to take a break?
Yeah, I just want to make a drink.
Yeah, sure. All right.
We can leave that in there maybe. I don't care. I was more worried on if we could.
There we are. Oh, we're back.
Good.
We took a break. And if you've listened this far, we're a half hour in, you're probably wondering what the hell we're talking about. So, we have topics planned, kind of, loosely, just bullet points. And we're basically talking about whatever we want and whatever interests us. So that's music and drinks and cigars and watches and family life and what else?
Yeah.
What am I missing? Politics, maybe, if something strikes us.
Something's fun to talk about in politics. Politics can be very fun. I might go on random tangents. I fabricate some things. My main career is boring. I'm a mechanical designer for a large engineering firm. But, yeah, I love watches. I wish I could own all watches, except for some watches. Actually, a lot of watches I don't want to own. But, what is that one called? There's a watch that looks like a what's like the melting picture? Who was the artist for that?
Salvador
Salvador Dali, yeah. So there's a watch that's like based off of like his painting, and it is very expensive. I cannot remember what it's called. Let me look it up real quickly.
Yeah, now that might be a really cool thing if you're sort of in this milieu. Like I can imagine going to an art show, and if you're hanging out with like the cultural elite of New York or something, like the names are escaping me now, but Salvador Dali was kind of in this sort of unofficial club with not Pollock. Who's the soup can guy? Andy Warhol, and Truman Capote, and all these people.
The Cartier Crash is the one I'm thinking of. There's plenty of copies of it out there. Cartier might have even been copied somebody.
Are they all different? These look like they're different shapes. Do you get a unique piece?
Well, no, it's just different brands.
Oh,
So the Cartier Crash is Cartier Dolly is actually they named it after him. I think they're the original makers of it. It's just ugly. I don't understand it.
it's a piece. It's a statement.
It is a statement, and yeah, and if you are in the art world, or love art, I guess in general, yeah, you might.
Might want a melty watch.
Yeah, you might want a melty watch. I know there is, there's plenty of companies that make knockoffs of them. There's knockoffs of every watch. There's even knockoffs of cheap watches.
There are two Cartiers that I would really enjoy. One of them is the Tank, which is a square.
I'd love the Tank, except
my
for my 8 1/4 inch wrist would not love the Tank.
Sure.
I think they make Tank XLs or something too. They make a little bit larger ones.
Yeah.
And the Santos,
Which one is the Santos?
it is the square one.
It's another square one?
Yeah, it's square. Well,
But like a tank on a brown alligator strap would be fantastic. They also make another one, I suspect. I've been keeping an eye out for the something that looks like. Oh yeah, I've
that's
seen
the
it.
Santos. Yeah.
The watch that is worn in the wedding scene in On Her Majesty's Secret Service by Lazenby is gorgeous. And it's big. It's a pretty big watch, and I can't identify it from the screen. The resolution is too iffy.
Well, the internet has it.
Well, I've looked.
Oh, you have? I don't know.
I haven't seen a reliable source on any of that. But it's silver with, or maybe white gold with a white face and Roman numerals, black Roman numerals.
So
It's not a Rolex.
Well, I don't want to spend too much time looking for this right now. You have my interest peaked.
There you go. But you've got a Seiko in front of you. What's that?
I do. I just bought it. I am taking a break from buying watches after this one because I've got quite a few in the last short amount of time. But this is I'll pull up the number here. It is the Dress KX, but it is a black one, all black.
Is that a Seiko 5 or is it actually?
It is a Seiko 5. And I'm trying to remember the part number for it, and I'm not remembering. I thought it was like 123 or something like that. SKNE 123.
But it's all black on a black NATO.
Yeah. And the black NATO, actually, it comes on that. It is a Seiko NATO strap, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They don't make it anymore. And I just love it. I wish it had, I think it's a mineral glass.
Seiko, yeah. At this price point, they typically do a mineral.
So it's not
Mineral glass.
sapphire.
I've got the mineral glass too, and it's held up beautifully.
Yeah.
Despite me, banging it into doorways and stuff when I walk through it.
Yeah, they hold up and they polish out too easily, which is nice. And that's just sitting here on my wrist. I have a Hamilton khaki automatic, which my wife got me for Christmas. And I love her to death for it. I picked it out, of course, bought it. But she got it for me. So it is actually, they don't make this version anymore either. It's kind of like a khaki or brown color. They have a green color too, which I like, and then all their other ones. So they also have, I'd love to get like just a regular mechanical winding one. They're like $350, which isn't too bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know why I need it because I, kind
You
of
don't
have one
need
already.
it.
Yeah, you don't need
So
any
you have
of
the
it.
time on your phone.
Yeah, I thought about collecting a lot of movie watches for a long time. So,
Yeah.
Hamilton's in quite a bit of movies, Men in Black. That's beautiful. That was like one of the first like digital watches too that they have in there. You have to hit the
Oh,
button.
yeah.
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 You have to hit like the button on the side of it to even see the time.
Was that Hamilton? Yeah, I guess that was.
Well, Hamilton
Pulsar.
owns it now, but I don't know if it was necessarily when it originated back in the 50s or 60s. I can't remember when. If they,
I want to say it
if
was later
Hamilton-
than that, maybe 70s. And
70s.
Pulsar comes to mind.
Pulsar.
It's
It might
that-
have been a Pulsar.
It looks like a War of the Worlds robot on your wrist or something like that with the red LED and the. That was in a Bond movie. What Roger Moore wore it.
Yeah, he did.
in
He did wear one, and that's what I'm thinking.
one of
Maybe
them.
that's why I'm thinking maybe the era.
Yeah. But yeah, watches. There are a couple of items that I tend to avoid altogether as far as gift giving goes, and I would encourage like our wives and stuff to maybe just defer to us.
Yeah.
Before that, not that we don't appreciate it, but guitar stuff. Like I never want people to buy me guitar stuff like
Never.
as a gift because I I sort of have everything that I want, and then if I need something, I can get it. So there's nothing I really need. Everything else is kind of cutesy and chintzy. Watches are the same way. That's a very personal choice.
Almost any like real hobby you have is
Yeah, if you spend all day thinking about it, there's nothing you're going to get out of the blue.
like, like even if
like
you
here's
golf, like somebody could buy you the wrong golf balls,
Yeah,
or the wrong tees, something that you don't use. There's just so many like if you like are specific about a hobby. Gifts, unless you say specifically ask for something. My mom is, I'm sorry, I'm kind of segueing here or tangenting. My mom is notorious for if I ask for something specific, she will find something else that isn't what I asked for, but it's kind of close. And yeah, that's just always fun. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
I asked for this, it was a few years ago. I went over to my buddy's house who is, he's got a little bit more money and, he's pretty well off. Well, he had this huge, like, faux fur blanket and I was drinking and I spent the night there on his couch and I was covered up in it. And I'm like, this thing is fantastic.
is it like
And
bearskin or something? Or
No, it was like a full blanket. It was from, like, Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel. I can't remember. I think it was Pottery Barn. And it was like a $200 blanket or something back then. It's probably like $300 or $400 now if they still have it.
yeah,
And I asked my mom for one. And I specifically sent her a link to it. And she ended up buying me. And it was huge. Like it would have dwarfed a king size bed.
yeah,
And my mom ended up getting me this like 5x5, like, it was a nice blanket. And actually I still have it. But it was like, it's more of a throw than like what I was wanting. And,
yeah, yeah.
Same thing with like socks. If I ask for like wool socks, I want like smart wool socks or something like that, and she'll get me like some off-brand from Amazon. And
Yeah,
and wool is wool for the most part with socks. It's the stitching that can wear out over time or the thinness of them.
right.
But yeah,
Yeah. Well, same, like, I wouldn't presume to buy the right kind of jewelry, for example. Like, I'm sure, like, my wife would be happy with whatever. She'd appreciate it. But, she's got this thing, a metal allergy, which is really clever on her part because anything but, like, 14 karat gold,
even like sterling silver like will bother her.
that might bother her, but, she gets all itchy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of jewelry, like I can't wear rings. Like I don't wear a wedding ring, and my wife is not happy about it. I do when we go out on special occasions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really go out all that much to where I think my wife needs to worry about me, but I have not the funnest of skin, and it itches. It just itches constantly.
Maybe you've got that same metal allergy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just I can't
just
do it.
can't wear cheap stuff.
I've tried silicone. I've tried titanium. I've tried all different kinds of things, and it just irritates me
Yeah.
all day long. I can wear a watch all day long though. It doesn't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wear 2 watches. No.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what worried me, and it's an irrational fear, about wearing a ring, and I wear it every day. In fact, I don't think I've taken it off in 10 years. But I was made aware of the concept of degloving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'll play with the dog or something. He's a big dog. And if his tooth catches my ring or something, I'm horrified.
Yeah. Bringing up jujitsu again, they can get ripped. They can deglove your finger, getting grabbed or caught in a gi. That's a kimono or the outfit you're wearing. Yeah, it's not and they can get crushed too. Somebody kneels on your hand and you're wearing like a gold band or something like that. Your finger can get pinched off, or it's with a knee or something. So it's just getting pinched.
Well, you've got to cut it off at that point, right?
Yeah, you do. Unless you can bend it back out, but good luck. But yeah, the degloving thing is like if you have like a tungsten rings will shatter. They don't bend, which is they'll still deglove your finger if it gets ripped on, but if it gets pinched, they just shatter.
Yeah.
Obviously, silicone rings are pretty safe. I've tried them all, but
Yeah.
they don't. I have not tried just a simple gold band like what you have on right now.
Yeah.
And I have one. I have one in like my Amazon cart because I don't need anything fancy for a ring, and I just haven't bought it yet. One day I'll do it for my wife, and she'll appreciate me for it.
I should probably get a silicone thing. I can always tell if I've, spent too long on the beach drinking or something, because now my ring doesn't move, and something a little more flexible.
Dave, if you haven't
pliable.
taken it off in 10 years, just risk it.
Yeah.
Unless you're working around farm equipment.
I have the cushiest. My hands are supple soft because I do no manual labor.
I mean, playing guitar it wears on you a little bit.
The fingertips a little bit, but
You
I
got
haven't done a real day's work in my entire life, I don't think.
You got the supple hands of a hand model and the fingertips of a bag lady, all rolled into one.
We're going to hear trucks driving by. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll hear that in the background. Maybe. My shop is kind of right off of a highway. It's not really a terribly busy road, but the door is open. We are enjoying this beautiful Wisconsin night. The crickets are going.
I saw a deer on the way here. Managed to brake in time, but
Oh, so you really saw it?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I won't.
I could
bring
actually
that up.
stand to hit the thing too, because I don't know, my engine light is on, and kind of don't want to deal with it.
Oh, it's a Saab.
Yeah, the engine light's always on, and it's funny, people love it. Saab is a hell of a community. These little Swedish kind of sports sedan type cars that always have something wrong with them. There's always a light on the dash or something like that. But I'll park my car, I'll walk out to the parking lot, and some guy, this happened the other month, comes out to the parking lot and rolls down his window, and he says, "Hey, is that your Saab?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I've got a 9.3 at home. What's that?" I say,
Nice.
"Yeah, it's the 9.5. He goes, "What's wrong with it?" It's like, "Well, yeah, the window doesn't really roll down, and the engine light's on, and the whole thing." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I've got that. Mine leaks oil, and keep it running."
Is the 3 and the 5 like for the doors? How many doors it has?
No, these are different.
Models.
Yeah. So the 9.3 is a bit smaller than the 9.5.
Sure.
And then there's different, engine packages
It's like
in between.
Mazda does that too.
Yeah,
Some,
right. The
some
3s
people,
and the 5s and the...
yeah,
yeah.
7s. I think the MX-7 is like their crossover or whatever. Do they
Is Mazda
make-
still around?
Yeah, I don't know.
seen
Is
one on-
Saab still around?
No, Saab.
No.
They haven't made Saab in... well, GM bought it in, I want to say, 2010 or something like that, and then they discontinued them in 2013.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you can't trust anything you see on the internet anymore. There's like so many advertisements on, if I don't really have Facebook. I have Facebook for Marketplace, but I'll randomly scroll through there sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Hey, this sequel movie's coming out," and it's like literally just an AI picture or something like
Oh, yeah.
that of it, and it's just like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
don't get my hopes up. I know they aren't. I know it isn't real.
I think, well, most people, unless you're I'd say most people under 45 can pretty well spot an AI-generated thing by now, right?
They're getting pretty good at it. And now, I mean, they're making movies, they're making trailers. I mean, they're doing a lot of stuff with AI. This whole podcast has been AI. It has not. This is two real people.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. I did an outline on ChatGPT. We haven't really followed it much, but at least clarify some things with minimal brain power to set up.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
it talks me
fantastic.
through all the hosting and all the necessary stuff that we'd need. So
Dave has done most of the setup for this, which is fantastic because somebody needed to do it, and he did, and it wasn't me. I personally don't listen to a whole lot of podcasts. I do enjoy them from time to time, but I am not an avid podcast listener.
well, there's a lot you have to follow.
There is.
I did.
I did try listening to what was the podcast you were talking to me about?
No Agenda.
No Agenda podcast.
Yeah.
And I tried listening to it on my computer one day.
Yeah.
And it could be like a Chrome thing. Sometimes Chrome's weird with some things. But I could not get it to play on my computer.
Like the live stream?
The live stream. Well, no, not the live stream, even their past episodes. They just wouldn't play.
Okay.
And I ended up listening to it on my phone for a little bit. And I was enjoying it, but I was just trying to get it to work at that point in time. And
and there's a lot. I mean, that's like a 3.5 hour show.
Yeah,
or something.
It's like a Joe Rogan podcast. I think if I'm going to listen to something, even Joe Rogan. Like I love Joe Rogan. I love a lot of the people that he has on. I'm like-minded with to a point, or I like hearing their ideas, anyways. But to get me to listen to something for 3 hours
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a time commitment. And Rogan is one of those guys, and I think I'm like this with a lot of different podcasts like that. The interview style podcast it's entirely for me guest dependent as to which episode I listen to. Because there's no way I'm listening to every Joe Rogan every day, listening to like fighters. Do fight analysis and stuff like that. I don't really watch the stuff.
And I think he's getting pretty good at who he talks to who he wants to talk to. He doesn't really. I don't think he gives too much of a hoot on who he wants to talk to, but I think he still gears it towards more interesting conversations that people want to listen to in general. But I have a feeling that he would talk to anybody. He'd probably talk to us for 3 hours. Not saying that's going to happen anytime soon, but
it'd be a hell of a bump.
It would be a hell of a bump. I mean, it's like I hunt, I fish, I do jiu-jitsu. I'd probably get along with him all right. He likes music. He likes cars. I mean, what's not to like? He likes watches. He did not like watches originally. He's just like a watch is a watch. He had a Rolex because he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
But like he did not appreciate them, and he had a guest on, and I couldn't tell you what his name was at it.
Was it the watch guy? I think he had like I've seen the clip where there's like what's the upper echelon of Seiko? It's
Grand Seiko.
Grand Seiko.
Didn't it was that guy. Yeah. I don't know who that guy is, but he was talking about Grand Seiko in that episode, and yeah, he was just explaining the background of Grand Seiko to him over a Seiko. And he just kind of got mind blown behind it, and I think he started getting into watches more since. Can't be positive with that, but
yeah. The appeal, and this is a kind of a male trait as far as I can tell, but we like things that you can tinker with, and little pieces of engineering that you can like wear on your wrist. Like anything you can mess with, like anything I can kind of dig into and kind of appreciate the engineering of, like guitars. I build guitars. Like you're building an amp, cars to some extent. I'm not a big fan of like getting dirty.
Maintenance isn't fun. Doing like if you're like working on a classic car or you're doing upgrades to your vehicle, whether it's wheels or an intake or I mean, you can go as far as to building an engine or building a whole car, restoring a classic car. Those things are all fun. Having to change your brakes because they are down to their last wire and you're doing it on a Sunday night and have to get to work on a
Yeah.
Monday morning.
Well, now you're doing it just to get back to normal, just to be whole again.
And
Effortful.
and you smash your thumb on a broken bolt or something like that.
Yeah.
And,
And
that's not fun.
It'll be 10 degrees out on top of it, and
Yeah. I remember I was in college and I had a 1992 or 3. I kind of upset, I can't remember anymore. 2-door Ford Explorer, 5-speed. 4-wheel drive didn't work. I had a head gasket go on it in the middle of winter, and I obviously needed a vehicle. And I was working on it outside. Well, I was in my dad's barn, but there was no heat in there other than like I could run a torpedo heater, but the barn was wide open, so it really didn't do a whole lot for me. And it was like negative 10 degrees out.
Yeah.
And my hands were just like not working.
Yeah. All your fine motor skills are gone.
And that was just awful. I had never want to do that again, and I won't. Now I'm more established in life. For one, I work from home, so I wouldn't even have to worry about that right now, other than running my kid to daycare or something.
Yeah.
But I won't do that again. I hopefully won't own a vehicle again that blows a head gasket. I just hope not. That
Yeah.
I'm in life now. Or if it does happen, I mean, half the time now, if that happens to a vehicle, they're scrap.
Yeah.
They're not worth fixing.
Yeah, you can't fix them. One of my aspirations in life, because I work in town, a small little town, and kind of run back and forth, maybe 3 miles one way
Yeah.
to the store from the house.
Short commute.
And one of my aspirations in life is to not have to own a vehicle for my own use, other than for fun. Just have a fun little car,
Yeah.
something like that. Goes
Well, I
a
mean-
couple miles, 6 miles a day or something like that, and let the wife drive an SUV or something, and we'll take the road trips in that.
Yeah, and that's about where I'm at in the opposite direction. Granted, my wife's vehicle, speaking of having a bunch of issues, well, I just put a brand new motor in it a couple months ago. And I did not do it myself. I paid somebody.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to drive it anymore. She feels like it's unreliable. It needs new shocks and wheels and tires, which are getting done next week. Or not wheels, but new tires and new shocks. And it's just like, I wish I could just get her something that she wants. Well, she wants an SUV of some sort. Well, I have a truck. I use it to do all of our projects with the house. I normally commute with our child. And she just drives back and forth to work. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the exact opposite of what you're talking about, where I have that vehicle that does all the running around.
Yeah.
And she should just have that little car that goes back and forth to work, which she does right now, but she doesn't like it. And she wants an SUV. I personally want, obviously we live in Wisconsin, I personally want her to have something with 4-wheel drive, or at least, probably 4-wheel drive. Our hill to our driveway is pretty steep. I don't think she'd make
Yeah.
it. I don't think she'd make it with without a all-wheel drive. And her car is all-wheel drive, but
Okay.
yeah, I would get her an electric vehicle. I'd buy a Tesla in a heartbeat for her. Maybe she would entertain that idea. I don't know. The problem where I live up by my house is I don't really have a way to charge it up there right now. I don't even have a garage, so I could put
You'd
like
be installing an outlet out there. What does that even take? I don't even know.
yeah, and yeah, you have to put in an outlet. I think they have like 110 chargers that you could do. It just takes 5 times longer to charge or whatever it is. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
It does. I think they can do 110. It just takes longer. But yeah, I would
Does
have
temperature make a difference? I mean, if it's cold out, it's going to have a
I
harder time
would assume
charging.
it does.
Yeah.
I mean, every battery charges slower. Batteries drain faster in the cold. So I'm assuming charging would be a little bit, they're so complex nowadays though. I mean,
Yeah.
and honestly, the voltage or, the power from the electricity warms everything up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I do not know how that works.
I suppose I would drive one. I mean, God, you know what I love about my car, though, is I own it. I don't have
We
to
own
pay
her
it.
car too,
Yeah. I own it, and unlike most modern vehicles, I can see out of the windows, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't need the aid of all the alarms and cameras and stuff, so you can back out of the driveway without hitting a
Yeah.
kid.
Well, in cars, speaking of laws again, about that 21 thing earlier, law, you have to have a backup camera now, which
Right.
is mainly for not running over kids, which is,
Yeah.
I think,
There was a lobby. Yeah, some guy ran over his kid in his driveway years ago, and he went and lobbied the government to go make this mandatory for manufacturers because we line the pillars of our car with explosives, which makes them that much wider. So it's like trying to navigate a tank now, and so yeah, you need cameras, and it made all the cars that much more expensive.
Yeah, and even like, my, my truck, it doesn't have tow mirrors on it. Well, the mirrors aren't even big enough, I think, for what you'd actually want of you. They have blind spot detectors now and 360 cameras, but only 360 cameras are only on when you're, going slow or whatever, because they don't want you constantly watching the cameras.
Yeah.
But the backup camera, I think, is actually a good feature, especially for poor drivers.
Yeah, right.
For anybody backing into a spot or next to a wall or something like that, and you still can hit things, but
Yeah, I can. I can. In my wife's car, I can like she's got all that. It's a newer car, newish. It's 10 years old, but still within the within this time
yeah,
frame.
she has a Fusion, right?
Yeah.
My wife has the Fusion.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
which is
And it's been a fine car so far. But I can parallel park that thing to within an inch.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
all these spots I wouldn't even attempt with other cars. So,
the lines are there for you to follow.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it super simple. And her car is like 1 or 2 years older than my truck, and her camera is like garbage compared to mine. Mine's
Yeah.
like HD,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic, and the lines are so precise. It's just like, I couldn't imagine not having it now. I don't even half the time look at my mirrors.
Well,
And you should, but
that's the atrophy that you get when you
yeah, you do.
when you have the aid of cameras. The Saab is a fishbowl.
Yeah.
It's like driving, what were the old Jetsons cars where they just had like a big dome over the top of them? Like, the visibility is so good.
The Jetsons are the future, Dave.
Yes.
Just making that clear.
Yeah.
The old Flintstone mobile, they just had the canopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a nice looking watch, actually, though. It wasn't the correct watch. It's all right. It's still up on the screen here.
yeah.
It's a
That's a Rolex what?
chronograph. I don't even know. It's
Not a
It's
Daytona.
reference number 6238 if anybody wants to Google it or know it off the top of their head.
Well,
Yeah.
we're at an hour.
Oh, we are.
We're
Well,
at
we
an
can
hour.
cut this off.
And so we should tell people what to do next. Well, let's solicit questions. So any questions anybody's got or comments, make them extra mean.
Can we see these? Like, how do we get them?
Well, we have an email address set
Oh, we
up,
do.
and I don't know it off the top
Here,
of my
hold
head,
on.
but it's on that list. It's just should be by all those passwords and junk that I.
Yeah.
What does that say?
It's pretty easy. We're the Jam Dad Podcast, and it's jamdadpodcast@gmail.com.
There you go. So send us your musings, and maybe we'll talk about them if they're interesting at all.
Might cry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just be nice.
Oh, we're all
Or
very,
mean.
very sensitive little people here. And maybe we'll actually
Jam.
play something
Yeah.
as per the title of the show.
You guys want to hear anything? Let us know. Part of the reason why we didn't do anything tonight is we want to get out an episode, and we're not 100% clear on what copyright issues we can run into. We will probably have some kind of intro or outro music at some point in time.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to
we'll
get it
on
in
that.
for this. I mean, even if you just throw something together. Real
Yeah, it can
quickly.
be anything. We'll just
Yeah.
toss something in and post, as they say.
Do it in post.
But yeah, and we'll have to figure out a miking situation too, probably.
Yeah, I don't want it
Just
to be too
capturing
loud.
all of that.
Yeah, it'd be nice to, obviously we could play through the interface here, but it'd be nice to be able to kind of hear it without it being too terribly loud.
Right. Right.
Louder is better.
Well, that's kind of a wrap. Episode number 1, I think.
If you're out there, thank you for listening.
jamdeadpodcast@gmail.com. Drop us a line, and we'll be back for episode number 2. We haven't decided on a schedule yet, but when we feel like it.
Yeah. Thank you all. This is Will.
This is
signing off.
Dave. Bye. Bye.
Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun.